ప్రత్యేక హోదాపై రాజ్యసభలో చర్చ జరుగుతోంది. లైవ్ లో చూద్దాం.
Listen, this is very important. Personally, I also want, but the decision is strong, and you know. So tomorrow we'll have it, so that others also will get time. Tomorrow.
Okay, so tomorrow 2:30 I can give any clarification.
No, tomorrow time will be intimated to you. Kal ho jayega tomorrow. Yes, I will ensure that there is tomorrow. Yeah, I will ensure that. I am also one with you in this.
Sir,
Yeah.
Mr. Deputy
Jairam
Chairman, sir.
Ramesh. I didn't say anything. Say anything time. I said tomorrow. Why are you doing this? I didn't say any time. No, I didn't say anything. I only said, please.
Can I begin, sir?
Yeah, please.
Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, we all know that this short duration discussion has come as a result of a belated recognition by the Leader of the House that a private member's bill moved by my colleague KVP Ramchandra Rao on the implementation of the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act is a money bill, a position that he took on the 22nd of July 2016 after the President had given his assent and the private member's bill was introduced on the 7th of August 2015. Be that as it may, the agreement was that pending a final decision on whether the private member's bill is indeed a money bill or not, a short duration discussion will take place. And that is why this discussion is taking place. This short duration discussion has two aspects. The first aspect is the status of implementation of the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014, and the second is the implementation of the assurances given by the then government, by the Prime Minister himself on the floor of the House on 20th of February 2014. So I would like to ask the government 5 specific questions on the implementation of the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014. The first question relates to Section 93. I want to know from the Leader of the House the status of implementation on Section 93, which says the central government shall take all necessary measures for projects in the enumerated 13th schedule for the progress and sustainable development of the successor states within a period of 10 years from the appointed day. And Schedule 13 lists a large number of development projects for the successor state of Andhra Pradesh. And according to Section 93, the central government has the full responsibility, and I want to know from the Honorable Finance Minister what is the status of this. Second, I would like to know from the Honorable Finance Minister what the status of implementation on Section 94 of the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act is. Section 94(1) says the central government shall take appropriate fiscal measures including offer of tax incentives to the successor states to promote industrialization and economic growth of both the states. And Section 94(2) specifically says the central government shall provide special financial support for the creation of essential facilities in the new capital of the says Mr. Rajiv Shukla, can please allow the Leader of the House undivided attention to what I am saying. The central government shall provide special financial support for the creation of essential facilities in the new capital of the successor state of Andhra Pradesh, including the Raj Bhavan, High Court, Government Secretariat, Legislative Assembly, Legislative Council, and other such essential infrastructure. So my second question is, what is the status of implementation on Section 94(1) and Section 94(2)? Sir, my third question relates to section 84 and 85, which is an elaborate section which I will not quote, but which deals with the management and development of water resources, particularly the creation of two boards, the Krishna River Management Board and the Godavari River Management Board, and I would like to know from the Honorable Finance Minister where the government has, what is the status of implementation of this provision. So the fourth question I have relates to section 90 of the Act, and section 90 of the Act deals with the Polavaram project, and section 94 specifically says the central government shall execute the project and obtain all requisite clearances, including environmental, forests, and rehabilitation and resettlement norms. I would like to know what is the status of implementation of section 94. And finally, sir, insofar as the Act is concerned, I would like to know from the Honorable Finance Minister what the status of implementation of section 46 is. 46.2 says, notwithstanding anything in subsection 1, the central government may, having regard to the resources available to the successor state of Andhra Pradesh, make appropriate grants and also ensure that adequate benefits and incentives in the form of special development package are given to the backward areas of the state. Section 46.3 says the central government shall, while considering, shall, not may, shall, while considering the special development package for the successor state of Andhra Pradesh, provide adequate incentives, in particular for Rayalaseema and the north coastal regions of that state. So my 5 questions on the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act. Number 1, section 93. Number 2, section 94, 1 and 2. Number 3, section 84 and 85. Number 4, section 90 in bracket 4. And number 5, section 46.2 and section 46.3. What is the status of implementation of these provisions? Sir, the second part of the short duration discussion is on the assurances given by the then government on the floor of the House on 20th of February 2014. Sir, on the 20th of February 2014, the then Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, made 6 assurances with the full knowledge of the then leader of the opposition and the then senior leader of the BJP, who was seated on the front row, who unfortunately is not present here now, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu. This draft, this statement which I am about to read, had been drafted and cleared with both the leader of the opposition, now the leader of the House, and the senior leader of the BJP, now the Minister of Urban Development and Information and Broadcasting. And sir, I would like to read what Dr. Manmohan Singh had said. It's a very brief statement. Mr. Chairman, sir, I have listened very carefully to the views expressed by the leader of the opposition and all the other members who have spoken, especially those from Andhra Pradesh. That is Mr. Venkaiah Naidu. The Home Minister has already mentioned the specific steps our government will take to address the concerns of all regions of the state, particularly of Seemandhra, which later became the successor state of Andhra Pradesh. I would like to make a few further announcements in this regard, and I would like to draw the Honorable Finance Minister's attention to these 6 announcements. First, for purposes of central assistance, special category status, for purposes of central assistance, special category status will be extended to the successor state of Andhra Pradesh, comprising 13 districts, including the 4 districts of Rayalaseema and the 3 districts of North Coastal Andhra for a period of 5 years. This will put the state's finances on a firmer footing. So when the Prime Minister made this announcement, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu got up, and I have the record of proceedings of the 20th of February. Mr. Venkaiah Naidu said, not 5 years, 10 years. This is Mr. Venkaiah Naidu on record.
10 minutes. Over.
Dr. Manmohan Singh said 5 years. Mr. Venkaiah Naidu said, we will come to power, we'll give it for 10 years. Second, the bill already stipulates that the central government shall take appropriate fiscal measures, including offer of tax incentives to the successor states in order to promote industrialization and economic growth in both the states. These incentives will be along those extended to some other states. Third, the bill already provides for a special development package for the backward regions of the successor state of Andhra Pradesh, in particular for the districts of Rayalaseema and North Coastal Andhra Pradesh. This development package will be on the lines of the KBK, the Koraput Bolangir Kalahandi Special Plan in Odisha, and the Bundelkhand Special Package in Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. Fourth, I would like to reassure honorable members, if any further amendments are needed to facilitate smooth and full rehabilitation and resettlement for the Polavaram project, they will be given effect to at the earliest. Our government will execute the Polavaram project, let there be no doubt about it. This stands implemented because one of the first acts that the new government did was to re-promulgate the ordinance and convert the ordinance into a law for the transfer of submerged territories from Telangana to the successor state of Andhra Pradesh. So this fourth stands implemented. Fifth, the appointed day for the formation of the new state will be so fixed in relation to the notified date. This also stands implemented. Sixth, the resource gap that may arise in the successor state of Andhra Pradesh in the very first year, especially during the period between the appointed day and the acceptance of the 14th Finance Commission by the Government of India, will be...
రైట్, అది రాజ్యసభలో కాంగ్రెస్ రాజ్యసభ ఎంపీ జయరాం రమేష్ ప్రత్యేక హోదాపై చర్చలో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ఇక మరో వార్త